was just fine-tuning, understanding the track as well. We got back and the track got even bumpier. And that makes it sometimes very hard to drive. So we made some little adjustments with the car, and then in qualifying it was a little bit better. And then of course, you go through the compounds and you go into the soft in the final run. You only have one go at it. It was all right. It was good to be first. It's close, and I expect that to be also tomorrow in the race.
Of course, we'd love to be on pole, but not a surprise for us to be just a bit slower than the Red Bull lately. So I'm still pretty happy. I don't know how much I was off by, but a little couple of things right here and there that I could have improved on, and I just caught a few bumps a little bit wrong, let's say. But that's just the difficulty of this track. So otherwise, all happy.
It was 0.071 for what it's worth.
Oh, quite a bit.
Pretty scruffy lap, to be honest. I think. Just didn't really get it together. So in some ways, feel a bit fortunate to be third. But I think the pace in the car is good, and it's nothing major. It's not like it's been a disastrous day at all. Just been a little bit of a messy lap that I can hopefully tidy up for tomorrow.
Satisfied, happy, as you might imagine. Obviously in P1 things were looking good already, but it kind of looked too good to be true. So we weren't sure if that's the real deal or what other people were up to with their program. But we were able to continue. That trend. The car felt quite alright. Obviously, always your own feeling and perception maybe doesn't always match what the lap times say, but the lap times obviously and the stopwatch doesn't lie, and that looked pretty good all day. So happy, take that forward, and hopefully we can hang on to it this weekend.
Could we have been on pole? Definitely not. So Nico did an amazing lap to go P4. I think that was a real surprise. So congrats to him. But as we've sort of been saying all year, on the good days, we're in the fight. On the bad days, we're P5, and today wasn't a good day. We just got P5. Sprint races are tricky sometimes.
P6 for us is one of the best qualifyings of the year. So we put together a lap in Q1 and Q2 to go through, and then in Q3 we maximize the opportunity. But it's going to be tough tomorrow. 2 Williams behind and 2 Ferraris. We know that they should be in front, but we will try to keep them behind as long as possible.
I went into this quali with only 2 or 3 push laps, so to be up there in the top 7 is definitely a good result. A bit of a shame that we are only 22 milliseconds from P5, because probably getting that FP1 in would have just helped my learnings and fine-tune the car and my driving to do a bit better in quali today. But we can still recover for the main quali tomorrow and see if we can get ourselves a bit more further up.
That was definitely not the pace we were expecting.
Have we got any idea where it went today, or what were the issues you were having in the car?
No, I really don't. It was looking good in practice, and Q1 was looking pretty decent also, and then it just started to fall away from us. The car is very, very tough to drive, so just fell away from us. I mean, 8/10 is just that's a mountain to climb.
I think Q3 was on the cards, but to have both cars through was nice. Struggled a bit still. Didn't feel as comfortable as I did in practice, but nevertheless, it's a nice surprise. I think this wind and everything, we thought this isn't going to suit us, but here we are.
Well, honestly, my lap was clean in SQ3. I don't regret much what I've done in my lap. Maybe a little bit more mileage this morning on the medium. You can fine-tune the car a little bit better. There might be a 10th in that, a 10th and a half, I don't know. But it's not enough. I mean, we are so far behind now.
How much can you change for the rest of the weekend in terms of, to have a better Grand Prix? You'll start P10 in the sprint, but for the rest of the weekend?
I'll be very surprised if we found something that will make us such a jump. But I hope I'm wrong, but unfortunately for now it just seems like it's the potential of our car. And very surprising the teams that are very strong this weekend, apart from obviously the McLaren and the Red Bull, which is expected. But you've got Nico in front that has done probably an amazing lap, but he's been consistently fast this weekend. So we just need to understand if they understood something that we didn't. But today was a very poor day.
It's obviously very disappointing because SQ1 felt good. Just in SQ2, I just struggled with locking. I had 2 big lockups in the lap and lost quite a lot of time. So obviously very disappointed because we had the pace to be in SQ3 today. But yeah, now we'll focus on to tomorrow. Is a new day.
Just how good has the car felt today from what you learned in practice this morning for the rest of the weekend?
Well, this morning I struggled a bit in the car because I had a few physical issues, but the car felt good, to be honest. In SQ2 I was confident. I just need to figure out why I struggled so much with locking. But yeah, tomorrow is a new day.
Did you say physical issues as in with yourself?
Yeah, I mean I had can I say it? Like I was wearing the cooling vest and we had a failure in the cooling. So instead of cooling, it was warming me up. So I had a big struggle in the session.
I say I had a good feel end of FP1. I was quite happy and yeah, just felt completely different out there. Q1 I managed to put a lap together. We were pretty competitive. I expected to make quite a jump in SQ2, but yeah, we committed to a single push lap. And car was just very hard to drive.
I'm pleased because looking at the last few weekends, they were very tricky and we're never really in the mix. So we found a few things on the car which wasn't quite right. Some parts that didn't really work the way we wanted, and this weekend was important to get the performance back and be back in the mix. So obviously you always want more than that, but I think looking at the more like our work and what we've done, I think we can be pleased with it. It gives us a good baseline to work for the rest of the weekend.
You can always look back and think I could find a bit here, a bit there. But yeah, I thought we did what we could. Trying to look for lap time in the second lap in Q2. I had a snap and had to abort that lap. So I think we were maybe going to find a couple of tenths there. But we'll see what we can do tomorrow.
We took the risk, I guess, looking back, trying to do one lap. I think most people did too. But the car was fast, and first part of the lap, I don't even know if the Williams did a lap because it was at the end of the session, but they came out of the box in front of me and then just came straight back in. So I got blocked through the first part of the lap and then at the end of the lap as well. It's how it is sometimes, obviously, but felt a little bit extra that time. So it's frustrating because the car was very fast. Q1, we only did one lap and it was well strong enough. So it's positive for tomorrow, but it's going to be a tough sprint race from where we are.
Shame. This morning felt pretty good. I was happy with the car, and then I only got one lap and still learning the track, and still that lap was not my best, but I was not expecting it to be my best. That's why we have two laps in SQ1 to at least get a feeling of the car. Also, we put the upgrade on now between sessions, so a lot of things changed, and we have to review why we didn't make it to the line, if we left the garage too late or what, but poor execution. When you left the garage, did you realise it was probably going to be a bit too tight to make it round? Yeah, we also had a GPS issue on the outlap, so it was a bit of a nightmare. The thing was also that if I could have pushed flat out, but then my tires would have been destroyed before even starting the lap, so it's a rock and a hard place. Couldn't really find the grip on the rear. I was struggling a lot. Too wet on power, and it didn't feel good. And you only have a run, so it's a bit more tricky in the sprint quali. So couldn't really fix it on time. Very close to Q2, but we couldn't get through. So need to fight tomorrow. What about the pace this morning in practice and that only practice session that you got? The learnings for the weekend. Yeah, we are struggling a bit on the bumps, especially it's very bumpy out there and our car is very stiff. So we struggle a bit with that, but I think, trying to find the solution. You ran out of time. What happened out there?
I don't know. We have to look into it.
In terms of just how that session went overall, was there a coming together or an incident with Liam as well out there?
It's just more like, his hips. It's usual, It's nothing I expect more than that, to be honest, for me. It's more like just the timing of the garage exit was I think not even close, so I don't know what's happened there, to be honest. But something went wrong and didn't have any opportunity to lap time, so pretty shame.
What's the overall feeling then? Because it must be frustrating to get knocked out when you've got a car to comfortably progress.
Yeah, very frustrating because it's like I got out with, it's not my control, like I can't, I don't know what, it's a thing I can't control, to be honest, or we can control, but like, yeah, it was more towards up to them rather than myself, managing the timing, so yeah, it's pretty shocking.
It was a very bad first lap, unfortunately. Arrived into turn 1 and lost the rear. So the first lap was quite compromised. And then the second lap, I couldn't take I took the flag basically. All the group that was with me, Oli, Gabby, and I think it was Charles. There was quite a few more in there, Fernando. We all didn't make it, but our first lap was not good enough. So it clearly wasn't an ideal session. So we'll try and get the best out of things tomorrow.
First lap was track limits, plus it was not a good enough lap anyway. And then in the second lap we just left too late from the garage, and then we didn't even make it. So nothing to say. I did only one lap, and it was track limits. So.
From what you could learn from this morning, to give any hope that you can rescue something, if not in the sprint,
I mean,
for the rest of the weekend?
didn't feel too bad, That's a shame because I think he was good. But anyway, we work for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the main quali.